Oh, it's been such a long day. Heck, it's been a long year. I'm going to sleep.
Sorry, is this your seat?
Oh, I think so.
I'll leave. I was just talking to this brilliant man.
I am Mohandas Gandhi.
Oh, hi,
Oh, I know who you are. Lech, this is Michael Nagler and Marshall Rosenberg.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, hello, nice to meet you.
Nagler and Rosenberg are going to be prominent nonviolent figures in the 20th and 21st centuries.
That's nice, but where am I?
Well, I haven't seen this place since 1893.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, where are we going?
The last time I was on this train, I was going to represent a fellow Indian native who's being treated unfairly in Pretoria, South Africa. Although I didn't ride it that far. That looks like South Africa out the window, bud.
Wait, did you say 1893? Today, in Poland, it's 1972.
You see, since this is obviously your dream, I am reluctant to tell you where the train is going. I think it will take you wherever you wish to go. In a dream, things you cannot even imagine come true and seem real. What would you like to see happen? Your dream can provide you with a glimpse of it.
I'm really not sure anymore. Can you give me some advice along those lines?
I will try. What is your problem?
I'm not sure what I want to see happen, or where I want to go. I would like to get away from the troubles of my home, but at the same time, I care so much for my fellow countrymen. I feel that the way that they are being treated is unfair. They can't even afford meat to eat, or the everyday things that most people take for granted, because the communist government suddenly raised the prices of food without raising our wages.
Oh, I see.
It was bound to happen. The economy was so unstable. When they raised the prices, we decided to strike at the linen shipyard where I worked in Gdansk. Only by the grace of God was I able to persuade the striking workers from attacking the prison, which is nearby. The riot police had been authorized to use force, and in the end, 44 of the strikers were killed. I was lucky to survive. They arrested me, and I spent a year in jail. Now that I have been released, I am practically under house arrest. I feel like I need to do something to help. I just don't know what I could do, or what I should do, or even if it would make a difference.
Ah, that sounds very, very difficult. However, not impossible to solve.
I concur.
Okay. If something like this were ever to happen again, what should I do? I don't want to hurt anyone, but something needs to change.
Hey, are you talking about the future?
Yes, Helen. Lech, meet Helen Caldicott.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Scooch over a bit, Nagler.
Helen is fighting against the greatest violence in our society, the destruction of our planet, specifically perpetrated by the nuclear industry.
She's written a few books herself.
I fight for a nuclear-free future.
I just finished explaining that, Helen.
Now what was it that you were saying, Lech? I want to help my country, but how can one person make a difference? The odds are so stacked against me. It's unfair of the government to deny its citizens basic necessities. How can I involve my community so that we can work together to make this injustice end?
In South Africa, I created a newspaper called Indian Opinion. It was a gauge for the strength of the community. Anyone could read the newspaper and judge the potential of the citizens involved in the movement. This might seem like a disadvantage, but early in the movement, we realized that there was not place for secrecy in our struggle. Since it was a movement to gain access to rights that should have been as much ours as any humans, we could do nothing wrong in showing our opinions and actions directly. By vocalizing our weaknesses and publicizing our strengths, we gave the people a way to grow as a community and the power to change the way they were being treated. The movement that you describe is an effort to gain access to daily necessities like food. In this also, can you do no wrong?
So, are you saying that by creating a pathway for communication and cooperation within the community, we can make our needs heard and also reinforce the bonds between our people which give us the strength to make changes in our community?
Yes, an established pathway for communication within the community is necessary in order to gain support for any movement.
In my book, The Search for a Nonviolent Future, I use a wonderful quote by you, Gandhi, which states, "It is blasphemy to say that nonviolence can only be practiced by individuals and never by nations which are composed of individuals."
Teacher's pet, why doesn't he bring him a mango? I hear those are his favorite.
Harumph! If you ever decide that protest is necessary again, you should use armies of peace, in which volunteers are trained in nonviolence. Threat power is never the answer to violence. It can only increase the negative energy in the system. Does it make any sense to violently punish someone for a violent crime? I don't think so.
But do you think that nonviolence could actually work against a communist government that has shown that it has no problem in using violence to put down the people?
That is a common myth and misconception, and it severely underestimates the power of nonviolence.
The important thing is to make sure you communicate nonviolently, especially in a situation with so much anger and victimization attached to it.
Oh, that makes sense.
You need to understand both parties' needs, which cause their feelings, before you can make a real request, not a demand of the other party. With this method, you can come to the least costly solution for everyone involved. Everyone has certain basic needs.
Yeah, like a planet that's not radioactive to live on.
See, everyone has something that they need. Both you and the people running Poland's government have some of the same needs, like to see Poland whole and strong, worthy of your pride in her as your homeland, and to have plenty of food on your tables. You need to empathetically connect with your opponents and fellow humans in order to understand their needs. When you get rid of the enemy images and show that you recognize the other party's humanity, you can open them up to recognize yours. Then you will be able to effectively communicate, and they will be moved to listen to you because of your mutual humanity. This technique can be very useful in negotiation.
That is most wise.
Now arriving in Pretoria. Next stop, Pretoria.
That was such a weird dream.
Yes,
Sure was.
Ah!
Just one night, give me just one night.
There's no way, 'cause you can't pay.
In the name of love, one night in the name of love.
You crazy fool, I won't give in to you.
Don't leave me this way. I can't survive without your sweet love. Oh baby, don't leave me this way. You'd think that people would have had enough of silly love songs. I look around me and I see it isn't so. Oh no. Some people want to fill the world with silly love songs.
Well, what's wrong with that? I'd like to know, 'cause here I go again. Love lifts us up where we belong, where eagles fly over mountains high. Love makes us act like we are fools.